we're back. Don't forget to like and subscribe and purchase your first physical Bitcoin magazine from the Bitcoin Magazine store. Sign up to get 4 issues per year. These are great quality magazines, guys, and over time they only become more valuable. That's right, there are 3 scarce assets in this world: Bitcoin, Bitcoin 2022 conference tickets, physical Bitcoin magazines. Go get all 3 at bitcoinmagazine.com. So you guys are killing me in the chat here. John, Kenny, shout out D348, shout out K Deves at Twitch. Let's see what this guy's name is. He won our Bitcoin giveaway. Kiev DE, way to go. Guys, be on the ball with that stuff. Download the Earn Carrot app. We'll flash a QR code later and you can download the app there, and then be ready. Keep your phones out, like and subscribe, and we're going to give away some more Bitcoin. But first, we have the Daily Dunk. Welcome to the Daily Dunk. Can open source blockchains be coercive? This is the topic of debate today. So, in a recent debate between Eric Voorhees and Alex Gladstein, Voorhees asserted that, quote, there is nothing in Ethereum that is based on coercion, period, end quote. That is patently untrue. However, Voorhees went on to clarify, quote, I have a pretty high standard of coercion. It's basically like physical violence or the threat of physical violence or theft or breach of contract. Those are categories of things that I call coercive. What's not coercive is if you're part of an open source software project and the majority in that project want to do something and you don't. So the project goes in a direction that you didn't want it to go in. That's not coercion, according to Voorhees. That's called market forces. People, I think, often will ascribe the word coercion to things that are just inconvenient or unpleasant, or that they feel like harm them or lost them money. That's not coercion. I reserve that for more intense interventions. I don't think anything that happens on the blockchain is coercive, period. That's a quote from Eric Voorhees. He said, unless there's some kind of fraud going on. He says, I think open source software protocols can't be coercive. And that was on the What Bitcoin Did podcast, Bitcoin versus Altcoins 2 with Alex Gladstein. Now, this isn't the first time this topic has been hotly debated. In 2017, in response to disagreements in preferred protocol upgrade mechanism, Vitalik Buterin even attempted to claim that soft forks are more coercive than hard forks. Buterin argued that hard forks are opt-in, while as soft forks are not. However, that is, of course, also untrue. Buterin missed the point that anyone who runs a Bitcoin node can continue to run off outdated clients and expect that their coins will still work with the same rules they signed up for. That is, in Bitcoin, you are not disenfranchised. As Pete Rizzo has pointed out in his recent Forbes article against cryptocurrency, the ethical argument for Bitcoin maximalism, Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency that truly protects minority users' rights in this way. So where does Bitcoin stand with all these other cryptocurrencies in this regard? Well, it stands apart. On other blockchains, if you wish to dissent and reject an upgrade, you will one way or another lose possession of your property. Yes, in all other cryptocurrencies, you are at risk of being coerced into a hard fork upgrade. If you reject the upgrade, you will watch as the value of your property and the abandoned chain that you are left on altogether crumble. In Bitcoin, this is not the case. You're not disenfranchised when you choose to reject an upgrade and run legacy software. You can be a Luddite in Bitcoin. You don't have to run Taproot. The code is backwards compatible. Bitcoin uses consensual soft forks to improve its protocol, and node runners don't have to accept the changes. So again, you can be a Luddite in Bitcoin. If you don't upgrade to Taproot, nothing happens. There are no consequences. However, if, for example, you don't update to some new and especially broken version of Ethereum, you will be disenfranchised. Do you understand? Ethereum's difficulty bomb is coercive. Curiously, while debating this topic, neither Voorhees nor Buterin are keen to mention an aspect of Ethereum that is metaphorically labeled as destructive physical violence enshrined in code. This is what's known as the difficulty bomb, which is designed to override the very free market forces Voorhees espouses. I'm not here to detail the ins and outs of Ethereum because they're frankly irrelevant. Ethereum is a good means of wasting time and staying poor. If you hold Ethereum, have fun getting disenfranchised because the difficulty bomb is code that incrementally increases the difficulty level of Ethereum's proof of work mining in order to slowly reduce block production times until the chain becomes unusable. So it was released, this difficulty bomb was released as a means to force Ethereum users to switch from proof of work to proof of stake. That is coercion, folks. So the Ethereum Foundation perpetually hits the snooze button and resets its time bomb on the updated chain it helps release. This acts as a looming threat to users in order to force compliance from them. Wake up, people. If you're in the chat right now and you have Ethereum, your value is subject to debasement and outright theft by Vitalik and the rest of them. That is the problem with centralization. Ethereum is functionally no different than fiat. Both are subject to confiscation or debasement by governance. Again, in Bitcoin, that is not the case. Ethereum's next detonation is currently planned for June 2022, at which point it will likely be reset yet again for another future detonation date. Continually modifying the detonation date is a regular occurrence on Ethereum. One can even see the effects of accidental detonations in historical block time data. Well, to a newbie in the space, scrolling through your newbie Coinbase platform, which is a terrible place to buy Bitcoin, by the way, use Strike or Swan or some Bitcoin only platform if you could. The differences between Ethereum and Bitcoin or Dogecoin, they might not be clear the first time you scroll through that bay of green cryptocurrencies. To the newbie, it would appear that the only distinguishing thing between these cryptocurrencies is logo and price. However, in reality, there is not a competing marketplace for what Bitcoin does. There is Bitcoin in one asset class, and then there is every other centralized, disenfranchising, subject to government governance, small market cap, debasable bullshit meme coin. Anyone who tells you otherwise is doing you a disservice. So there is no need to hold any other asset outside of Bitcoin. It is the soundest, safest, most appreciating asset in human history. Why would you diversify? It's holding anything else. So that's it for our daily dunk, folks. Excuse me while I fix my microphone here for a sec. That's it for our daily dunk. Ethereum is garbage. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yep.